સેલવાસના કલા કેન્દ્ર ખાતે જેઈઆરસી દ્વારા પ્રદેશના વીજ ગ્રાહકો માટે વીજ દરના વધારા ઘટાડા સંદર્ભમાં પોતાના સૂચનો અને ફરિયાદો સાંભળવા માટે જન સુનાવણીનું આયોજન કરવામાં આવ્યું હતું। ગયા વર્ષે ટોરેન્ટો પાવરે દાદરાનગર હવેલી અને દમણ દીવ પાવર ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કોર્પોરેશનનો 51% હિસ્સો હસ્તગત કર્યા બાદ જેઈઆરસી સમક્ષ 2023-24ના વર્ષ માટે એઆરઆર અને ટેરિફનો પ્લાન સુપરત કરેલ, જેના સંદર્ભે જન સુનાવણીનું આયોજન કરવામાં આવેલ, જેમાં ડોમેસ્ટિક, કોમર્શિયલ, ઔદ્યોગિક, કૃષિ સહિત વિવિધ શ્રેણીના પ્રસ્તાવિત વીજ દરના સંદર્ભમાં હિતધારકોની સૂચના અને ફરિયાદો સાંભળવામાં આવી। આ સુનાવણીમાં પાલિકા સભ્ય સુમન પટેલે રજૂઆત કરી કે પ્રદેશમાં કોઈપણ પ્રકારના વીજળી દર નહીં વધારવા અપીલ કરી અને આ પ્રદેશમાં અગર વીજળીના દરમાં વધારો કરવામાં આવશે તો વેપાર ઉદ્યોગ ચાલ્યા જશે, જેનાથી સ્થાનિક લોકોના રોજગાર માટેનો મોટો પ્રશ્ન ઊભો થશે। એમણે જણાવ્યું હતું કે ટોરેન્ટો પાવર કરતા સરકારી વિદ્યુત વિભાગ હતું એ સમય સારી સેવાઓ આપવામાં આવતી હતી।
is changing those transformers at their own cost and also in the very reduced time. My thanks to them. Now we go to the analysis. Yes, I mentioned that line loss were record 2.89, but still there is a scope, sir, because the 50% power in this territory is consumed by those who have almost 0 or 0.1 line loss. They are the 220 consumers, 66 consumers, and when 50% are consuming, giving only line loss 0.1, then the remaining we almost consume 950 megawatt a day. So out of 950, my 500 megawatt is the without line loss. So this 2.89 is also spread over in the remaining 50%, and still it is the higher side. Of course, it is must be lower than the country's average, but we are very small territory. Industrial consumers are more. Agriculture power is almost nil. Therefore, still 2.89 has a big scope. With the merger Daman, we have apprehension. Perhaps it may go up, but measures have to be taken. And Honorable Commission should think how the consumers of the DNH are protected against the line loss of Daman district. Line loss, we request that should not be taken even 2.89. Petitioner has proposed 3.35, taking the figure from the policy statement which was drawn 2-3 years back. This 3.35 asking is perhaps asking the motivation to inefficiency. When 2.89 was achieved in 21-22, asking 3.35 in the 22-23 is not justified. Honorable Commission, I hope, will pay the attention towards this fact, and we presume that whatever the capex they have incurred in the 22-23, and one of the objective of the capex was to reduce the line loss. So therefore it should go further down from 2.89. But we have calculated for the time being at the rate of 2.89%. In the energy balance, some corrections are required. In the table 3, which I have shown in the next page, in table 3, in the G, there is a mention of estimated intra-state transmission loss of 124.26 million units. We wonder, this is on what account? When you have already taken the distribution loss at D equal to F minus C as 329.33 crore million units. So when already it has been taken, on what basis the 125.2.6 has been taken in 22-23, and also similar figure has been taken as 129 in the year 23-24. We understand this is a duplication. This part has already been covered, included in the 3.29.33, and therefore this should not have been there. With our calculations, with the change of 1.29, with omitting the 1.24, which is shown in the table 3 in the previous slide, and also calculating the line loss at 2.89, the actual requirement would be 9379.33 million units and not 9057.75 million units. Also, we comment on the purchase from the IX. Petitioner has shown 711 million units to be purchased from the open exchange or bilateral agreements. Now this puts a risk to all consumers. If market goes up, we have to pay high. We have been requesting the erstwhile DNH PDCL and also the present DNH DT PDCL to go for the long-term purchase agreement. We have suggested that this agreement should be with some solar or power generating generators because of two reasons. One, their rates are cheaper than the coal average rates, and also with this our REC credit will be available to us. So in REC credit we are paying 133 crore, so those amount will be saved if we go for the power purchase agreement.
In relation to the ROE. In accordance with the provisions of the MIT regulations, all these components have been arrived at. Detailed computation has been furnished in our petition, and same is summarized for the same is summarized for the consideration of the Honorable Commission. Can we go to the next slide? So, based on the ARR, we just try to work out what is the gap and surplus situation. So, for 22-23, at the existing tariff, meaning the tariff which is being billed to the consumer for 22-23, the gap works out, closing gap works out 8.89 crore rupees. Accordingly, the closing gap works out to 9.24, considering the rate of interest of 8%. For 22-23, the ERR is, as we have seen, it is 5,261 crore rupees. As against that, the revenue, sir, for the purpose of this revenue, 23-24, we have proposed the existing tariff only, basically, which is at par. There is a unique situation, particularly in this duty. We have these two separate tariffs for the erstwhile utilities, DD and DNH. With the this implementation of the transfer scheme, we have to make the uniform tariff. Accordingly, the proposed tariff has been worked out. While submitting the proposal for the uniform tariff, we have taken due care so as to avoid any tariff shock to any category of consumers. So based on that, the revenue and the gap has been worked out, and accordingly, so there is the cumulative gap surplus for the next year, that is 23-24, works out to about 30 crore rupees, which translates to about tariff increase requirement of 3 paisa. However, we have not proposed any change or any increase on this account. We are expecting that the same will be met through the optimization of the cost as well as the sales. So that is the reason we have not proposed anything. Can we go to the next slide? So in calculation of the power purchase cost, we have considered the distribution loss, which is specified in the transfer scheme, which is 3.35 and 3.16% for the DNH DT PDCL as a whole. Now, just to give the perspective, what was the two different, meaning the existing tariff, which is prevailing as of now for the DDED as well as the DNH PDCL, meaning the two different territories. Sir, meaning just what we have taken due care is, we have considered the fixed, meaning DNH PDCL as a reference, DNH tariff as a reference point, and same has been considered. And at the same time, sir, we have given a reduction in the energy charge. While in case of DD, there is a marginal increase